optioned this book in 2019, and at the time it had sold just under 1 million copies. And I had never read
Why did you read it? Yeah.
Well,
A former intern has shared stories about how Blake Lively allegedly made her cry, revealing a side of the actress that contrasts sharply with her polished public image. People who have worked with her are finally speaking out about the harsh ways she reportedly treated crew members behind the scenes. For years, she maintained the image of America's sweetheart while allegedly putting down stars, mocking them, and making them feel out of place, with anyone daring to disagree facing miserable days on set. This flawless public persona is starting to crack, especially amid her chaotic legal battle with Justin Baldoni, as more insiders step forward to reveal the truth. Blake Lively, far from the golden girl she appears to be, seems to be a carefully crafted PR creation with a big ego. One of the earliest cracks came from someone on the Gossip Girl crew, a worker named Wood who claimed Blake treated him as if he didn't exist and even called him a monkey in front of everyone during a live event, while others on set, like Leon Meyer and the rest of the cast, showed basic respect and warmth to crew members. Blake allegedly acted with cold indifference, using a condescending tone that could make anyone squirm, and expressing her displeasure loudly if things didn't go her way. Her behavior reportedly extended to co-stars, targeting Leon Meyer with gossip, snide comments, and mockery. Protected for years by Hollywood, her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, and supportive media allies, she faced little accountability until her legal issues with Justin Baldoni brought everything into the open. Now, former co-stars, crew members, and insiders are exposing a consistent pattern. Blake Lively is calculated, entitled, and the bubbly, charming persona fans see at red carpets and interviews is largely a performance, far removed from who people actually experienced on set. Blake Lively's polished public image as America's sweetheart is reportedly far from the reality behind the scenes, and former interns, crew members, and co-stars are finally speaking out. Stories have emerged of her allegedly treating crew terribly, putting down co-stars, mocking them, and making them feel out of place, with anyone daring to disagree facing miserable days on set. These revelations aren't limited to Gossip Girl. Other projects, interviews, and tours reportedly show the same controlling, image-focused behavior, with Blake carefully managing the media and always performing for the cameras. One of the earliest cracks came from a crew member named Wood, who claimed she treated him as if he didn't exist and even called him a monkey in front of everyone during a live event, while others on set, like Leon Meyer and the rest of the cast, purportedly greeted crew members with warmth and respect. Blake allegedly acted with cold indifference, using a condescending tone that could make anyone squirm and loudly expressing displeasure. If things didn't go her way, her alleged behavior extended to with claims of gossip, snide remarks, and mockery directed at Leon Meyer, painting a picture more of a schoolyard bully than a team player. Protected for years by Hollywood, her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, and media allies, she faced little accountability until her legal battle with Justin Baldoni brought the situation into the spotlight. That conflict allegedly escalated when she reframed Baldoni's concerns as personal insults and body-shaming accusations, while claims that he made her feel unsafe during intimate scenes also drew scrutiny. Now the carefully crafted, bubbly, charming persona that fans adored on red carpets and interviews is being revealed as largely performative, with insiders exposing the calculated, entitled, and controlling side of Blake Lively that Hollywood has long hidden from the public eye. The curtain is finally falling, and the glamorous image of perfection is cracking as the truth comes out. Blake Lively's public persona as Hollywood's beloved America's sweetheart has long captivated fans, but behind the scenes, insiders paint a very different picture. Former interns, crew members, and co-stars have come forward, alleging that she treated those around her harshly, mocked colleagues, and created a toxic work environment where anyone daring to speak up faced humiliation. On sets like Gossip Girl, while other cast members such as Leon Meyer reportedly showed basic respect and warmth toward crew, Blake allegedly acted with cold indifference, avoiding eye contact and speaking with a condescending tone that could make even the most patient person squirm. Crew members claim she would loudly express frustration if things didn't go her way and even targeted co-stars with gossip, snide remarks, and mockery, including Leon Meyer, Penn Badgley, and Leighton Meester, to portraying a pattern of off-camera control and rivalry. Lively herself reportedly admitted in a Glamour interview to undermining Penn Badgley when he first joined the cast, turning the group against him before he had settled in. Tensions with Meester also allegedly involved spreading rumors, passive-aggressive comments, and resentment over her co-star success. These early signs of manipulative and controlling behavior have allegedly continued across other projects, interviews, and tours, where Blake is said to have needed to control every aspect of her image, always performing for the cameras, and carefully managing the media. Hollywood, her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, and media allies reportedly shielded her from consequences for years, but the legal battle with Justin Baldoni exposed cracks in her carefully curated persona. Baldoni's countersuit, alleging defamation and extortion, brought leaked private text messages and witness statements to light, showing contradictions in Lively's claims and reframing him as a wronged party rather than a villain. Texts revealed that he had only entered her trailer at her invitation, never made derogatory comments about her weight, and offered standard safety measures during intimate scenes that she declined but later cited as evidence against him. As scrutiny increased, public opinion shifted. Journalists began questioning her credibility, and the previously polished media narrative unraveled. Across multiple projects, tours, and interviews, a consistent pattern emerges. Blake Lively is described by insiders as controlling, calculated, and willing to use both media and legal systems to maintain power. With her bubbly, charming public persona being largely performative, the combination of on-set complaints, film controversies, brand exploitation, and legal battles suggests a long-standing pattern rather than isolated incidents. Ultimately, the story of Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and It Ends With Us, is more than a lawsuit or PR scandal. It is a cautionary tale about power, image, and control in Hollywood, showing how the glamorous facade of charm and grace can mask a very different reality behind the camera. Blake Lively's polished public persona as Hollywood's America's sweetheart has long captivated fans, but insiders claim a very different story behind the scenes. Crew members and co-stars allege that while cameras were rolling, she projected charm and professionalism, yet off-camera displayed controlling and manipulative behavior. Early signs surfaced on Gossip Girl, where Lively reportedly sabotaged her co-star Penn Badgley's introduction to the cast, admitting in a Glamour interview that she turned the group against him before he had even settled in. And though she later acknowledged he was a nice guy, the damage had already been done. Tensions extended to Leighton Meester, her on-screen best friend, whom Lively allegedly undermined by spreading rumors, making passive-aggressive digs about her appearance, and acting as though Meister's success threatened her. Unlike Lively, who had family ties in Hollywood, Meester had worked her way up from nothing, a contrast that reportedly fueled resentment. Insiders claim this pattern of behavior marking co-stars, treating crew harshly, and creating a toxic environment continued across projects, interviews, and tours, with anyone daring to speak up allegedly facing public humiliation.
Because everything was so on point as a romance fanatic.
Well, I love romance. I'm a hopeless romance.
The controversy intensified with her legal battle against Justin Baldoni, whom she accused of sexual harassment, body shaming, and deliberate sabotage. While her team fed the narrative to major outlets and Ryan Reynolds amplified it publicly, Baldoni responded in January 2025 with a $400 million countersuit for defamation and extortion, presenting screenshots, witness statements, and private messages that contradicted her claims. Texts revealed he had only entered her trailer at her invitation, had made no derogatory comments about her weight, and had offered a standard intimacy coordinator, which Lively declined but later cited as evidence against him. These revelations began shifting public opinion in Baldoni's favor, with journalists who initially supported Lively questioning her credibility across sets and projects. The pattern described by insiders, calculated, controlling, and willing to manipulate both media and legal systems, paints a stark contrast to the bubbly, charming persona fans saw on red carpets and interviews, exposing a long, off-camera reality behind Blake Lively's carefully curated public image. Viral segments analyzing leaked texts increasingly painted Justin Baldoni as the wronged party, while Blake Lively faced scrutiny for allegedly manipulating facts to protect her carefully curated public image. Reports suggest her tactics continued into the legal process, including requests for phone records from major carriers, claiming evidence of media manipulation by Baldoni's team, even though she had already accessed private texts herself. Meanwhile, Baldoni released full, unedited conversations that provided context and directly contradicted her claims, shifting public and industry opinion. Legal experts, journalists, and Hollywood insiders began viewing Lively as someone allegedly using truth and media narratives for personal and professional gain, with the industry that once shielded her reportedly keeping a more cautious distance. From early tensions on Gossip Girl to controversies surrounding It Ends With Us, promotional campaigns like Betty Boo's, and the explosive legal battle with Baldoni, a pattern emerges. A polished public persona at odds with reported private behavior. This saga raises broader questions about power, control, and accountability in Hollywood, and with future revelations likely to emerge, perceptions of one of the industry's most high-profile actresses continue to evolve.